Jefferson County, Colorado had a great reputation nationwide, and boy, they were striving to deserve and maintain that reputation. And their schools, at one time, in fact, about the time I joined them, I think they had the goal of keeping all high schools no larger than 750 students. Great goal. As the years went by, they couldn't do it. But they recognized at that point that one of the reasons they were so good was that they had kept the schools small. As time goes by and schools get bigger and bigger, when I sub in those 3,000 plus high schools out of Yuma, Arizona, their homeroom periods are, in my opinion, a disgrace, useless, less than useless. They endanger the good health of the school because there's nothing really going on in them except a little bit over the television that the kids pay no attention to, and the teachers, I think, have given up long ago trying to get them to pay attention. But anyway, Jefferson County was organized on the matter of homerooms. A homeroom teacher was, in the first place, as many teachers, as a principal, you were instructed, you don't let anybody out of being a homeroom teacher unless there's some extremely urgent complication that you feel you can't work around, so that there were as many homeroom teachers as possible and as few students as possible per homeroom teacher. And kids in a homeroom were to be your responsibility, to keep track of them, to monitor their grades, to watch their mental health, to watch their personal health. In other words, they were to be like the old self-contained classroom where the teacher was truly the best friend of each of his or her students. Of course, you have to consider the logistics of these schools as they get bigger. The typical junior high, now they call it middle school, where they do rotate students. The typical high school, you're going to have about 6 periods in a day. Teacher's going to teach 5 of those periods, and is going to, if you're lucky, smaller school, rich school or something, you might have an average of only 20 students in each of those 5 periods, but that's 100 different personalities, names, parentages, friendships, abilities, different kinds of talents they have, that you're expected to be able to know every name and all that about every kid on 100 different ones, and make a different lesson plan for every day, and record your grades and grade the papers, and on and on and on. Dang near impossible job. Well, then consider on the bigger school where your classes may average 40, and you've got 200 people that you're supposed to know name, rank, serial number, abilities, problems, hang-ups, conflicts. Overwhelming. You can see why it ends up that the teacher mostly tries to put the material out there, maintain decent decorum, logical patterns of grading and testing and recording and so on, and can do little more than survive and hope that all of his or her students survive and learn. And it's amazing how well they do in general. But in Jefferson County, smallest that you could arrange in your school in number, and that teacher was to function as the old one-room schoolhouse teacher did, or the small school district where you had the kids all day long and taught all the subjects did. Know each one of those kids as an individual, help them as an individual. When those grade cards came out, the grade sheet on each copy of it went to each homeroom teacher, and the homeroom teacher was expected to really get to know those kids. Don't let your homeroom be a study hall. Don't let it be the same old blah, blah, blah every day. Do things that let you get to know those kids in different ways, to appreciate them, let them appreciate you, and appreciate each other. And by golly, it helps create a good evergreen junior high, and I'll bet it helped create every one of those junior and senior highs to be the kind that deserve the reputation as one of the best school districts in America. And it set the stage for me to go back to my roots and say, hey, maybe we could have a good intramural program here.